Hello everyone, this is Angel Esquivel here. Welcome back to another movie review, and today we're going to be reviewing The Odyssey, directed by Christopher Nolan and starring a bunch of A-list celebrities, so fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a long one. So, starting off with Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Ellen Page, Elliot Page, Zendaya, Travis Scott, for some odd reason, Mia Goth, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, Benny Safdie, John Bernthal, the guy from the guy who plays the Punisher, and also he's in The Walking Dead. John Leguizamo, the guy who voices Sid from the Ice Age movies, that guy, and Lupita Nyong'o, the lady from the Black Panther movies. That lady, yeah. Man, Christopher Nolan, I know you've won an Oscar, but come on, do you really have to win every time? I mean, you don't have to have a bunch of A-list celebrities. So, without further ado, wait, stop right there. 91.3 of you guys are not subscribed to my channel, but the question is, why? Well, I have the answer. You have not clicked that subscribe button, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification icon up there, help me get to 3,000 subscribers, and I promise that I'll keep uploading every single day, and I'll make a new intro to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and back to the video. Let's get to the review. The story of The Odyssey is based on a very, very old book that goes by the same name, made thousands of hundreds of years ago, that takes place in Greece, places like Troy, Sparta, those places. It talks about, the Trojan War, or for example, the movie, the Troy, but this is more extending on that story. Not that I'm saying that's a continuation, not that it has nothing to do with the Brad Pitt movie. That's separate studio, director, actors. But this movie, it focuses on our main character, who's played by Matt Damon, Odysseus, who, after winning the Trojan War, the Trojan War? Yes, the Trojan War. His army, they split, they go into different parts of different lands. They stop by in each land, and they're encountering a bunch of mythical creatures while they're also surviving. They're trying to find their way out. Well, we also get a side story about a lady, the queen named Penelope, that's also played by Anne Hathaway. She she's waiting for almost years for her husband to come back, but people are convincing her to just remarry, he's not coming back. And also Tom Holland, his character his name Telemachus or something like that. He's the son of Odysseus and Penelope, and one of the characters that are trying to convince to get married with Penelope is a character named Antonius. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. These Greek names, it's hard to pronounce them. Played by Robert Pattinson. So that's sort of a side story. Most of the time it's just Odysseus trying to focus to trying to get back home to see his family, which is every Matt Damon movie whenever he stars in a movie. This is a really great film. I honestly it's funny because there's a lot of controversy surrounding this movie about the casting and the change of the story. Look, personally, I never read the story, so I wouldn't know, and I don't care. All I know is that this is directed by Christopher Nolan, who, he has some really great films. I actually like him. I like him as a director. I do like his movies. I remember watching Batman Begin, The Dark Knight, Oppenheimer. He's directed other movies that I've heard about, but I've never seen it, like Interstellar. What's that one movie where the buildings just start folding and stuff Inception? Inception, yeah. Or Tenet. Never seen those movies, but I heard they're really good. I don't know, I keep forgetting that it's whenever he makes movies, it almost looks like it doesn't look interesting, but when you watch them, it's never mind, I take it back, they look very interesting. I tried to watch The Dark Knight Rise movie. I got bored, just turned that shit off, honestly. I think the first two were good. But yeah, the Odyssey, really great film. Dude, this movie was well shot. It was beautifully and well shot. And I watched this on an IMAX. So this movie is best seen either Dolby or IMAX. Like, there are certain scenes where I'm gonna just say, like, when we got to like the Cyclops scene where they like advertise in the trailer, there's parts like whenever things get loud, it gets super loud. The screen's like, it almost seems like you're there and your ears are gonna like pop. I was like, oh yeah, like when is this gonna end, you know? When I heard that they actually used like a giant like puppet, like a puppet figure to actually like film the Cyclops scene, I was like, oh, this is gonna be really good. They're actually using like old Hollywood methods to actually make like a mythical movie. And this is what I like what Christopher Nolan did. This reminds me what like how they used to film like the old Clash of the Titan movies, or the old like mythical, you know, Greek or biblical type stories, when they just filmed like actual sets and they use like miniatures and puppeteers. Like, this is what I liked, and they actually do this, and it's but modernized, and it's done very well. And I like how they actually film real locations like in the ocean. Even though this movie was amazing and well shot, but it does not stop it from like having some like little issues then and there. Not that it ruins the movie. It's just like those little minor issues that I have. For starters, I know that these actors are big A-list celebrities, and you know they're really good at what they do, you know, in their performance. But like, it almost sounds like they don't really, like, whenever they're acting, they sound a bit too modern to actually like take place in Greece. And I'm not saying that they have to hire like actual Greek actors to like, you know, come into like let's hire Greek actors for this movie. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you really need like Greek actors to play like in a Greek historical movie. I mean, they're white, so as long as they're white, I think it's fine. But it's just they don't sound like they actually belong there, especially Travis Scott. The first time I heard it, because the beginning of the movie, he's already like shown his, you know, it almost just sounds like that Travis Scott is just like repeating lines from what he read, but he almost just sounds like him. And it's not just him, it's also like Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Zendaya. And yeah, every actor in this movie, they just sound like they don't belong there. Especially Zendaya. Well, though her character, or like the way she acts, almost reminds me of the character that she plays in Dune Part 1 and Part 2, which were two boring movies, but that's not the point. But her in that movie almost acts the exact same way that she's acting in this movie as Athena. So it's like, oh, I feel like I'm just watching the same movie, or the same performance. And when it comes to the accuracy of like to the story and like real life, although the armor that the character that Benny Safdie plays as, I forgot what he's like kind of like a king, like a general or something like that. You know, the guy with the black armor that was overly advertised. I thought it looked really cool. It kind of reminds me of the Batman armor from like the Dark Knight movies that Christopher Nolan also made. It looks cool, but when you look at the actual photos, it's like it doesn't look accurate, and it's like it almost doesn't really belong there. It almost looks very out of place. There's certain things, like even the way the characters look and act and talk, they also feel very out of place, and it kind of does throw me off when watching like a story like the Odyssey being adapted into a movie. But overall, I still like the suit. It looks really cool. It's basically like Batman, but if Batman was Greek. But overall, even though with those little minor issues, this movie's great. I loved it. I definitely recommend anyone to watch this movie. Even though for a movie that's PG-13, there's moments where it does look pretty violent. And the whole controversy, you know, like, people have been uploading saying like, oh, this movie's woke because Helena Troy, you know, she's race swapped, and they casted a transgender actor to play one of the characters. Like, personally, look, I'm at a point where I really don't care. Like, even though I like accuracy and like when it comes to like historical like depictions, personally, I don't care as long as the actor or the actress is playing their role correctly. I mean, even though at times they don't act, even though, like I said, the way they act feels out of place to take place in this time. But then again, I don't judge of their characteristics. I judge by their acting. That's what I like to do. But overall, the filming, the style, the performance, but the filming was just amazing. I love the practical effects, even like the way it's shot and filmed. It's amazing. I highly recommend anyone to give this movie a watch. It's like either like Dolby or IMAX. It's like the best way to watch this movie. So for my final verdict for this movie, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really good summer blockbuster, and you guys are gonna love this movie. So in conclusion, if you want to go home, then stay home. Especially you, every Matt Damon character. So that's going to be today's movie review. So make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon up there. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram page called Thunderstruck1810. This is Angel Esquivel here, and as always,
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!